Okay, so here we are on hole number 15, and we're in a bunker, greenside bunker, and we're into phase 2. We'll call this roughing in the greenside bunker. So what happened here, what's going on here, and explain kind of the process.
It's an exciting time for me as all of us in that we're putting in a little more detail than we initially did 20 years ago for a lot of reasons. One is Mr. Dye developed a little more detail over the last 2 decades. Construction equipment got better to allow us to add detail. I hate to say it, but now that I'm older, I like to see areas where I can walk up and down if something's steep. So all members, you got to think about the entire membership, from the scratch golfer to the 70-year-old golfer. And Pete was big on this to me. Build what's good for the membership. Don't build TPC here.
Yes.
Build what the membership will play and enjoy. So the slopes of these bunkers, we've had a long conversation. Should they be steep? Should they be shallow? Should they be in between? We're putting a new fescue grass on this, a turf type fescue, which is a little more coarse, and we're all worried that the ball might hang up on that face. But we feel more comfortable with a shallower face that's not so, in your face golf.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely a really hard job that you have. You're trying to restore Pete and your vision, because you were here day one. You're also trying to ensure that it's updated and adding interest, that it's aesthetically interesting, and you're making sure it's playable and maintainable. And so you're trying to balance all these elements, which is a really hard thing to do as an architect. In addition, you're looking at the maintenance of it, and as you told me, really 85% of your job is water.
It's
and
drainage,
so
yes.
You got here, you took a single bunker here, and you made it 2 for a lot of reasons. You've added some interest here from the tee box. You can see some mounding. You can see that mounding there from the tee box. But also, right here is an outfall for water, right?
Correct.
So,
correct.
And as you're trying to do a lot of is move water.
Right, correct. What it kind of enabled us to do is add what I would call a grass face, and another grass face, and a third grass face. So now we have some dimension that Pete was developing later in his career, of getting layers of interest from the tee. And so I think this hole has worked out really well for that.
I love it. I love what you did here of, like you said, adding interest. You took this front bunker and kind of wrapped it just a little bit.
Right.
But not
correct.
too much, because
correct.
you want to have that opening
correct.
in the front.
Right.
For, guys like me maybe to roll it up there.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But yet if there's a pin right here and I want to challenge that,
right.
I'm going to have to challenge that bunker a little bit.
Exactly.
Which is great.
And the nice thing about this was kind of our test bunker, and it's just dirt. So did we do it 2 or 3 times? Yes, we did, but it's just dirt.
Oh yeah.
So now we're off and running. We know what we want.
That's right, set the standard. So after this, kind of wrap things up, what will be the next phase to get this to a finished product?
It will be, new drainage will be added.
Okay.
And that new drainage will generate a little more earth as we dig trenches.
Okay.
We'll use that earth around the bunker some more.
Okay.
And everything will be hand raked to a finished level, getting ready for new sod.
Okay.
Edged as well.
And so if I recall, after you set the edge, we also have a liner that will go down.
I'm sorry, yes.
Before the sand goes on top of it.
Yes.
And they'll also cut in, I think, an edge where the sand will go in and then the sod will come right on top of it.
That's right.
So it's kind of a seamless entry from face to sand.
And liners are a tricky subject because there's all kinds of liners. And I've used them all. And the PGA Tour's used them all. And I have worked with them at the stadium course in Palm Springs. And they really prefer the liner that we are using, which is a very rough, firm fabric liner. It's not stone, it's not
Concrete.
or
Yeah.
asphalt. It's
Yeah.
neither one of those, because PGA Tour players don't want to hit their hands on anything like
Yeah.
that. And the edges is where it gets complicated.
I've done that where you get into a face and you hit a shot and ding,
Yeah,
you sting
right.
your wrist. It's not fun.
So we're using the same liner they use on the tour.
That's great. And what's different about the new liners is they don't use the old staples that get pushed up through frost heave. They actually tuck it all the way around.
One piece.
And it's one piece, and that also establishes the edge, which will be there hopefully for a long time,
It will.
in conjunction with the new turf that we're putting in that doesn't creep into the bunker like the old bluegrass. Although there is bluegrass in the turf, it's a 80-20 mix, it's a lot more maintainable.
And I would guess by the next time we do a video, we'll have some bunkers completed that we can show them.
Sounds great.